Hi, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of The Elephants in the Room. I'm Chippo, and I'm delighted to have you here with me today. This series tackles controversial and often overlooked issues in the workplace to help foster healthier and more inclusive work environments. In the last 3 episodes, we covered a range of topics that shed light on some of the hidden challenges in the job hunting process. Let's do a quick run through of what we have discussed so far. In our inaugural episode, we looked at the physical and mental impacts of job hunting. We talked about how the job hunting application process can lead to physical and mental stress, including anxiety, depression, headaches, and sleep disturbances. The elephant in the room here is the silent and often unspoken toll that job hunting takes on our health. For example, job seekers might feel pressured to maintain a facade of optimism despite experiencing significant stress and anxiety during the job search and the application process. The strategies to address these impacts that we discussed were: first, practicing mindfulness. This reduces anxiety and improves focus. According to a study by the American Psychological Association, mindfulness can reduce stress by up to 30%. Second, regular exercise. Engaging in physical activities relieves stress and improves one's mental health. The Mayo Clinic reports that regular exercise can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety by 25%. Third, maintaining healthy eating. Maintaining a balanced diet supports physical health. The National Institute of Health states that good nutrition can improve mood and energy levels. Fourth, having a good night's sleep routine. Establishing a regular sleep routine combats insomnia and improves overall health. The Sleep Foundation highlights that good sleep routines can enhance sleep quality by 50%. Fifth, joining support networks. Seeking support from friends, family, and other support groups gives one an anchor of encouragement. The Mental Health Foundation found that social support can reduce stress levels by 40%. Sixth, seeking professional help. It's to your benefit to consult mental health professionals when needed. Therapy and counseling can provide effective strategies for managing stress and anxiety. Finally, time management. Organizing your job search through effective time management can increase productivity and also reduce stress. So, in the second episode, we looked at the stigma surrounding mental health struggles during the job hunting process. We focused on the psychological and the physiological effects of job hunting. Psychological effects include anxiety, depression, and low self esteem, while physiological effects include hormonal imbalances and digestive issues. The elephants in this room are stigma surrounding mental health struggles during the job process. The strategies to actually eradicate these effects are cognitive behavioral therapy to challenge negative thoughts and improve mental health. Studies show that cognitive behavioral therapy can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression by up to 60%. Second, participating in stress management programs. The National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health reports that such programs can reduce work related stress by 20%. Third, try nutritional interventions by focusing on diets that support mental health. Foods that are rich in omega 3 and fatty acids, for example, can reduce the symptoms of depression by 30%, according to the National Institute of Health. Fourth, hydrate. Ensuring adequate water intake supports psychological health. Proper hydration can enhance cognitive function and reduce stress. Fifth, seek professional counseling. Seek this to address psychological impacts. The American Psychological Association highlights that counseling can improve mental health outcomes significantly. Finally, incorporate holistic health approaches. Practices such as acupuncture, aromatherapy, and meditation can reduce stress and improve overall health. Research from Harvard Medical School indicates that meditation can reduce stress and improve overall well being by 35%. Last week, we took a look at the lack of transparency in hiring or recruitment practices, where we tackled transparency in the hiring, focusing on job description accuracy, job advert bias, overqualification, and ghosting. The elephants in the room here included embellished job descriptions, biased ads, reluctance to hire overqualified candidates, and ghosting of applicants. Some of the strategies we discussed to improve these transparency in recruitment were: first, accurate job descriptions. We encourage recruiters to regularly update job descriptions to reflect actual duties. LinkedIn found that 61% of professionals believe accurate job descriptions improve job satisfaction. Second, inclusive language in job ads. This is using neutral language words in order to avoid bias. Harvard Business Review research shows that inclusive language can increase the diversity of applications received by a staggering 45%. Third is honest communication. By maintaining open communication with job applicants throughout the recruitment process, it helps maintain the mental health of prospective employees, as well as building trust and improving the company's reputation among job seekers. Glassdoor reports that 84% of job seekers expect regular updates from employers. Employers should therefore provide constructive feedback to all applicants. According to Indeed, 75% of job seekers appreciate feedback even if they are not selected for the job. Fourth, evaluating overqualified candidates. Recognizing the potential of overqualified candidates could land recruiters or employers with a gem in their organization. The Recruitment and Employment Confederation found that overqualified employers can actually bring value and experience as well as mentorship to a company. Finally, training recruitment managers to recognize and mitigate biases will lead to more equitable hiring practices and a more diverse workforce. In summary, discussing and addressing these three elephants has led us to see that we can have improved mental health for job seekers, we can have better recruitment practices through transparency, leading to more equitable and efficient hiring processes. We also can have enhanced employer or recruiter reputation, where companies that are transparent and supportive can build a positive reputation, thereby attracting top talent. So, over the past few weeks, I've also contacted a few colleagues and companies as well, and friends to ask them questions that I have posted to you, the viewers, over the past 3 weeks. Here is some of the feedback that I received. Question one was: have you experienced increased stress levels during the job application process? The first answer was yes. The constant cycle of applications waiting for responses and facing rejection significantly increased my stress levels. For example, I once applied for 20 jobs in a month, and the lack of responses or the generic rejections made me feel anxious and question my abilities. Another said, absolutely. The pressure to find a job and the uncertainty of the process often kept me up at night, leading to increased anxiety and stress. There were times when I would wake up in the middle of the night worrying about whether I was good enough or if I would ever find a suitable job. Another then also responded to say the process of tailoring my CV or resume for each application and the lack of feedback from employers has been very stressful. I often find myself spending hours perfecting my applications only to hear nothing back, which is disheartening and exhausting. The second question was: how do you feel when a job description does not match the actual job? Some of the answers are: I feel frustrated and misled. It wastes my time and effort, and it makes me question the company's integrity. For instance, I once accepted a job that was advertised as a project manager, and turned out to be it was primarily administrative work. This experience made me wary of job descriptions in general. Another response that I received was, it's disappointing. It sets false expectations and can lead to dissatisfaction if I end up taking that kind of job. When a job does not match the description, it can feel like a bait and switch, leaving me feeling undervalued and unhappy in my role. A third response came by and said, I feel undervalued. It's as if the employer didn't respect my time or my career aspirations by not being honest about the role. This mismatch can lead to a lack of motivation and encouragement, ultimately affecting my performance and job satisfaction. The third question I posed was, what mental health strategies do you use to cope with job search anxiety? One of the answers was, I take breaks so that I don't overwhelm myself with constant applications. I exercise to help me manage my stress. I go for a run or I do a workout session whenever I feel overwhelmed, which significantly reduces my anxiety levels. Another answer came to say, I talk to friends and family about my frustration, and this helps me a lot. The fourth question was, have you ever felt overqualified for a position you applied for? One answer that came through was, frequently. It's frustrating because I feel like I'm not being challenged or that my skills are being underutilized. In one instance, I was hired for a position where my advanced skills in data analysis were not needed, leading to extreme boredom and dissatisfaction. Another answer that came through is, yes, and it often makes me second guess whether I should accept an offer if I feel the job does not match my skill level. Someone once turned down a job offer because it didn't provide opportunities for growth or the chance for them to use their expertise fully. The last question from the prospective employee perspective was, how has the job application stress impacted your relationships? One answer said, it caused strain on my relationships with family and friends because I'm often preoccupied and stressed. I find myself canceling plans or being distant because I'm so focused on the job search, which has caused some tension. Another answer came to say that this stress has led to arguments with my partner, as I can be irritable and anxious about the future. My constant worry about job prospects has affected our communication and quality time together. I also asked a few questions to colleagues that had the authority to recruit. The first question was to the employers and the potential recruiters, how do you ensure job descriptions are accurate and up to date? The first answer I received was, we regularly review and update job descriptions to reflect the current duties and responsibilities for each role. For example, we have a quarterly review process where managers and HR collaborate to ensure job descriptions are relevant and accurate and up to date. Another answer that came through is, we use feedback from line managers to update job descriptions prior to an ad going out. This approach ensures that job descriptions are a true reflection of the day-to-day responsibilities when the ad goes out. Second question to employers or potential recruiters was, what measures do you take to avoid bias in job ads? Some said, we use inclusive language and have our job ads reviewed by a diversity and inclusion officer. This helps us identify and eliminate any biased language requirements. For instance, we avoid gender-coded words and ensure that our job ads are welcoming to all applicants. The next answer we received was, we utilize software tools to identify and remove biased language from our job postings. This has led to a more varied and talented application pool being received. Another answer was that we provide training and recruitment to managers on recognizing and avoiding bias in job ads. This includes workshops and seminars on unconscious bias and inclusive hiring practices, ensuring that our job adverts reflect our commitment to diversity. The third question to employers was, how do you handle overqualified candidates during the hiring process? Some reported that they assess how the candidate's additional skills could benefit the company in a different role or future capacity. For example, we might consider an overqualified candidate for a future leadership role or special projects where their expertise can actually be fully utilized. The second answer that came through was we have open discussions with overqualified candidates to understand their career goals and how they align with the role. This helps us determine if the position will be fulfilling for them and if there's potential for growth within the company itself. Others said, we consider overqualified candidates for higher level positions, and if they become available, we keep their CVs on file and reach out to them when a role that matches their skills and experience opens up, ensuring that we do not miss out on valuable talent. The fourth question to employers and potential recruiters was, what is your process for communicating with applicants, even if they are not selected? One answer was, we use an automated system to notify applicants of their status at each stage of the hiring process. This system will send out standard emails ensuring that candidates are kept informed throughout the application process and that they don't feel left in the dark. Feedback, however, is not given to unsuccessful candidates as why they did not get the job. The fifth question was, how do you address feedback from candidates who feel ghosted or misled? One answer came to say, we take all feedback seriously and investigate each claim to improve our recruitment processes. For example, if a candidate feels ghosted, we review our communication protocols and make adjustments to ensure better follow-up in the future. Another employer came to say, we reach out to the candidate to apologize and provide an explanation, ensuring we learn from the experience. This direct communication helps mend relationships and shows candidates that we value their feedback. The final answer came to say that they implement changes based on the feedback to ensure better communication and transparency in the future. For instance, they have introduced regular check-ins and updates for all applicants to prevent any feelings of being ghosted or misled. Do any of these resonate with you? Let me know in the comments below. Please share your experiences with me. Your insights are invaluable, not just to us, but to others who are navigating similar challenges. Thank you for joining us today for this episode of Elephants in the Room. By shining a light on these hidden challenges, we hope to empower job seekers and employers alike to foster more transparent, supportive, and effective hiring processes. Your engagement and stories are crucial in this journey, so please continue to share and connect with us. Now, mark your calendars for August the 1st as we introduce our next compelling topic in the series, salary and transparency and gender equality. In this episode, we will explore the critical issues of salary transparency and gender inequality. We'll discuss how these factors impact job seekers and employers, and we'll offer strategies to help create more equitable workplaces. This is an episode you do not want to miss. See you next week. Let's continue to discuss candid conversations on corporate controversies and unveil hidden workplace issues and support each other through the process. Bye for now.